I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring. This I swear, I give you everything. Oh crap, I'm on video.
5, 4.
No, don't count me, and you're supposed to say, on your marks, get set, boom. No, go, it's go. But no, this is a video to explain some of those terms, since we are in the middle of the Olympic Games. Some of those sports terms that are not used over in Britain, that specifically you Americans, are quite fond of using. And so we're going to kick things off with my favourite sport. Everybody knows this particular difference, and that is that we don't really use the term soccer in England. Although it was pointed out to me last time that I talked about this, that it's not just the Americans in the English-speaking world that use the term soccer, but so do the Australians, and I believe the New Zealanders and South Africans, and in fact now it's starting to look like we're the odd ones out. But we invented the sport, so you can go.
Invent it.
Yeah, I know we did. I was about to swear. And of course, to play the game of football, you can't just do it in your bare feet. Believe me, I've tried, and I actually broke a toe. Well, I got ingrowing toenails 2 years. In fact, I'll show them. Look at this. It's gross. There's no. You can't see it. Yes, you can. Look at that. It's gross, isn't it? That's. You wouldn't believe it. That one as well. Both of them ingrowing. This was back in 1997. I was a young wee lad, and I had to have them both removed at the root, so that they never grew back. They did grow back, but sort of in a very awful looking way. Don't do it in your bare feet. That's got to be a rule. Instead, wear some very, very specific shoes that were made for this very purpose, like football boots, for example, or if you're playing rugby boots. But of course, America wouldn't be America if it didn't come up with its own word for that very shoe. And you guys call it cleats, which to me sounds like a child's toy. Hey,
just shoes.
Jacob, do you want to come and play with your little cleat men and Lego?
What do you call them?
Football boots, I just said that.
That's stupid.
Cleats is better.
Yeah, because at least it's a specific term instead of using the same term again for something completely different. And they're not boots either, they're shoes.
Like, don't try and defeat me with logic.
But it's true.
Alright,
Yeah, what?
nothing. Next one is, what is it? Sticking with sports, because that's what this video is about. This term winningest, that is widely used, well, not widely used, but it is used quite commonly among sports commentators to mean, you know, really successful, or somebody that is the most successful in their sports arena. Winningest has been around for longer than you would imagine. I thought it was from the last 10-20 years and all of that, but no, it's been around for a while, and it sounds stupid.
It's alright.
Winningest, like the most winning. Well, just say the most successful. Sir Alex Ferguson is the most successful manager of all time. What's hard about that? Here's one. I didn't know this until the other day, and actually I didn't know most of these until I started looking them up for this video. Is the term bird. Not to mean girl, like you, but to mean a shuttlecock.
Yeah, a birdie.
A birdie, a bird or a birdie. You guys, you will still use the term shuttlecock, mind.
We do.
But you'll also use that term. We don't in England.
You had no idea?
No.
See, I kept on getting confused because during tennis the other day when we were watching, they kept on saying birdie, and I was like, there's no birdie here.
No birdie, because the thing is about a shuttlecock, it does in fact have feathers in it, 16 of them that overlap, usually taken from a duck or a goose. I went on Wikipedia, and it's kind of funny because I suppose now that I know that it does come from a genuine bird, when I'm hitting it, it's going to feel like a real world version of Duck Hunt, just minus the guns. Oh, I told you about the injury that I got when I was a kid.
No.
Playing badminton, as I used to do, against my brother, I think it was, at the leisure centre in Grimsby, and they smacked it really hard, because I was a young kid, right? Everything seemed hard to me. Not like that. And they hit it really hard, smacked me in the eye. That's why I can only see. Sports have nearly killed me. I'm surprised I'm still here, in many ways. Maybe I'm not. All right, here's one. So I moved to America, right? And just shortly after I did, I heard that Taylor Swift song come on the radio. You know, my favorite one. I don't have a favorite Taylor Swift song. Not into Taylor Swift.
He is.
I'm not.
He sings it all the time.
No.
In fact, I come home from work, or used to, and he would have it on in the background while he was doing our dishes with an apron on.
That Taylor Swift song, it's the one where she I don't know, she's probably singing about bleachers or something.
The apron has two hands on it.
Captain, bleachers, all that, and she says the word bleachers, and for years, for about 5 years, I thought she meant, you know, she was bleaching her hair until I read the meaning behind her lyrics. And, well, who does that? You know, nobody looks at the meaning behind Taylor Swift.
Do you take your apron on or off after?
No aprons. No aprons. There are no aprons. I'm not getting angry.
That's about the angriest he's even able to get.
Yeah, but I'm going to just do this a bit more. Move it there. Look at this. We're moving the camera around. Please tell me in the comments if this is rather vomit-inducing for you. I imagine it is, actually. I'm not going to do this again. But bleachers it's not a type of pill you take to bleach your hair. That can't be a thing. It's a rate seating bank that they'll have at college sports events or things like that, right? Where they'll sit in it. Well, we don't have that phrase in England. It's
what
just,
the hell do you call them then?
I don't know, just a stand or like a.
You call them the stands as well.
Well, yeah.
Stands, the bleachers, the seats.
But bleachers,
if they're really tall, the nosebleeds.
The nosebleed. Well, we do have that, or the gods, if it's at the top.
The gods?
Yeah, up in the gods.
That's hilarious.
It's in the theatre, isn't it? I'll remind you, this is a sports video. Well, we keep veering off track.
Yeah.
Track, that's no pun intended, although it was rather well delivered, you have to admit. This Greco-Roman wrestling. We have that term in England, as do you here, but do you know the difference? It's in the spelling. You spell it G-R-E-C-O, the Greco part. We spell it, I think I'm right in saying this, G-R-A-E-C-O, which goes back to that whole old Latin borrowing from the Greeks.
Right.
Yeah. We have that in words like encyclopedia, leukemia, things of that nature, where you more or less always drop it.
Right.
Except it has cropped up in words in America, such as archaeology. You will occasionally put the AE in archaeology. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Another piece of footwear. It would have behooved me, not in the horsey sense, to have kept this one in for earlier on, to use this earlier after we talked about the cleats, is sneakers. Sneaker. We do not have that term in England, or specifically not to mean trainers, as we call them.
You don't really say tennis shoes either.
No, tennis shoes, or in the case of Chicago, pretty specific to Chicago, gym shoes. They call them gym shoes here. It's quite a distinction between sort of the rest of the Midwest, I suppose. The next one, and we've just got 3 more to go, is sweatpants. Now, sweatpants, of course, are those tracksuit bottoms, is what we call them, worn by athletes when they might be training in the spring, or worn by people at Walmart.
Or me, when my husband isn't around.
Or that. Are you ashamed to wear sweatpants? Cat, knock in the camera again. Hello. Yeah, say hello to the people at home. What prat. You get stage fright a lot. Sweatpants, are you ashamed to wear them around me?
Well, I don't really wear them as much anymore. Now I wear lounge pants, as you can see.
Silly phrase. But sweatpants, like I said, we call them a tracksuit. It sounds a little less descriptive. Sweatpants, I just think of like really sweaty arse cracks.
Do you know what tracksuits are here?
What?
They're like the horrible matching pants and jackets that people used to wear in the 2000s.
Well, that's what ours are. What? So?
Sweatpants are just the pants part of that.
Well, that's it. See, we will call it, tracksuit trousers or tracksuit bottoms, or we might call it a jogging suit. Jogging suit.
Jogging suits are those terrible things that people wore in the 80s that were the same as tracksuits, but they were made of like light
Maybe I'm just completely confused.
Or
nostalgic.
they were made of parachute material.
How long can I hold this face? Got nothing to do with sports, although I could turn that into a sport or a competitive game. Let's see, the last one. No, there's two more. MOUTHGUARD. What's a MOUTHGUARD?
The thing that goes in your mouth to protect it.
And what would you use a MOUTHGUARD in?
Football?
Football maybe, or rugby if you play it here in America. It's quite rare to see.
We do occasionally.
We call that thing, and of course boxing as well, we call it a gum shield because it's protecting your gums more than your mouth, isn't it? Not the
gum shield?
Gum shield, yeah.
It just sounds like you're putting a bunch of gum in your mouth.
Finally, and we're going back to this idea of announcers actually, well, this is sort of a bonus one for you, is that typically in Britain, the people that are announcing the game will always be commentators, and there's more of a tendency in America to use the term announcers if they're just going to use one word to describe them. But you do have this phrase color commentary.
I have to fill up all of the airspace, even though you can see everything that's happening. Oh my God! He just got.
All right. Yep. I wouldn't know anything about filling up the airspace.
Go!
Yeah. So that's my wife's rendition of color commentary, which to us is, commentary. That's it for this rather lazy episode of Lost in the Pond, in which we did no research whatsoever, but that's because we haven't fully unpacked, and we're just trying to get by at the minute.
Look at my beautiful pants.
Great pants.
You can show the viewers my pants, don't show you my face.
There's your pants. Look at those pants. Lounge pants. The heck are lounge pants when they're at home? But until next time, please enjoy the Olympics, and here's to Britain ousting America from the top of that table, which is not going to happen, but China.
Ow.
Also, do subscribe to me right here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and go to my website, lostinthepond.com. Also, send me lots of money. Threw that in there, it was a bit forced, but if you want to.
Yay, money!
Send me some donations.